Hello, this is Pastor Timothy, and today we will be reading an article from the Cambridge Dictionary on grammar about prepositions. Let's take a look at that right now. Prepositions. We commonly use prepositions to show a relationship in space or time, or a logical relationship between two or more people, places, or things. Prepositions are most commonly followed by a noun phrase or pronoun. Here it's underlined, pronoun. The last time I saw him, he was walking down the road. I'll meet you in the cafe opposite the cinema. It was difficult to sleep during the flight. It was the worst storm since the 1980s. Give that to me. There are over 100 prepositions in English. The most common single word prepositions are, there are these words. É importante eu falar agora que você não tenta traduzir sempre as preposições inglês para português ou português para inglês. Tem que aprender como ele está usado em inglês, porque às vezes não faz sentido por causa do jeito o inglês, o preposition está usado. Então, por causa disso, tem que basicamente aprender em inglês. Desligar seu mente em português no momento. About, beside, near, to. Above, between, of, towards. Across, beyond, off, under. After, by, on, underneath. Against, despite, onto, unlike. Along, down, opposite, until. Among, during, out, up. Around, except, outside, upon. As, for, over, and via. At, from, past, with. Before, in, round, within. Behind, inside, since, without. Below, into, than. Beneath, like, through. Although most prepositions are single words, some pairs and groups of words operate like single prepositions. They were unable to attend because of the bad weather in Ireland. You can see because of is the prepositional words in this phrase. Because of, on account of. Jack will be playing in the team in place of me. In place of. In addition to getting a large fine, both brothers were put in prison for 3 months. Oh no. In addition to is the prepositional words there. I always get nervous when I have to speak in front of an audience. It's very common, muito comum, in front of. We estimate that there'll be up to 10,000 people at the concert. Up to. Okay. Remember, in those, naqueles exemplos aqui, você, o coisa que tem mais escuro, because of, in place of, in addition to, in front of, up to, está funcionando como um preposition, mas é duas ou três palavras. Most common prepositions that consist of groups or of words are. Okay, esse é listo dos grupos. Ahead of, except for, instead of, owing to, apart from, in addition to, near to, such as for, in front of, on account of, thanks to, as well as, in place of, on top of, up to, because of, in spite of, out of, due to, inside of, outside of. Eu dar desafio para vocês para tentar fazer uma frase com cada exemplo do preposition aqui no grupo. Você vê como, se você tira tipo account, depois você faz a frase on account of. On account of os problemas dos preposições, eu estou fazendo esse vídeo. Because of, in addition to, os preposições, algumas dificuldades existem ainda em inglês. In spite of, vivendo aqui no Brasil por muitos anos, eu não estou confortável falando direto em português. Então, you try to either make a phrase like, apart from Jesus, there is no other Savior. You can make a phrase in English or in Portuguese, ou pode misturar, or you can mix. Prepositions or conjunctions. Prepositions or conjunctions. I recommend that you, eu recomendo que você estude todos esses artigos na gramática no Cambridge Dictionary. É um recurso muito bom. Se você tem uma pergunta, pode mandar algum artigo específico. Nós conversamos sobre isso. Prepositions or conjunctions. Some words which are prepositions also function as conjunctions. Conjunction, what's your function? Eu lembro do vídeo do Schoolhouse Rock, muitos anos atrás. When we use a preposition that is followed by a clause, it is functioning as a conjunction. When we use a preposition that is followed by a noun phrase, it stays as a preposition. Among the most common are after, as, before, since, until. Aqui você tem que estudar bem o significado de conjunction, que não vai entrar agora. É também o noun phrase. Depois você vai entender a construção da frase, a função. Às vezes a função é diferente dessas palavras. Tem função como uma conjunction, ou outras vezes como uma preposição, dependendo o contexto da volta dessas palavras. After I met him last night, I texted his sister at once. It's a conjunction. After. Why? Because here it says that when it's followed by a clause. I'd met him last night, not a noun phrase. After the meeting last night, I texted his sister at once. A preposition, because it's a noun phrase that follows after, not a clause. We'll just have to wait until they decide what to do, conjunction, because of what is around until. Okay, we'll wait here until 6 o'clock, preposition, because what's around until is a noun phrase, not a conjunction. Prepositions or adverbs, prepositions or adverbs. Several words which are prepositions also belong to the word clause, the word class of adverbs. These include about, across, around, before, beyond, in, inside, near, opposite, outside, past, round, through, under, up, within. There were lots of people waiting for a taxi outside the club. Preposition. Where's your car? She's outside. Outside is an adverb. Gallery is opposite the Natural History Museum. Preposition. Opposite. Can you tell me where the bus station is? It's over there, just opposite. Opposite here is an adverb. See the difference? Você entende a diferença do opposite, como está funcionando, and outside, como o preposição é o advérbio. Prepositions and abstract meanings. Common prepositions that show relationships of space often have abstract as well as concrete meanings. Compare. Vamos fazer comparação. The map you need is behind the filing cabinet. Basic spatial sense or position. Então, o mapa você precisa estar bem atrás do arquivo. Então, está falando sobre duas itens, espacial no distância, que você medir. Não é uma coisa concreta. Everyone is behind the government. Behind equals give support. Então, behind aqui, nessa frase, faz um significado abstrato, não concreto. Não construir com behind nesse sentido. Você pintar. Você tem um meaning abstract. Beyond the hotel were beautiful mountains. Basic spatial sense or position. Beyond. Learning Chinese in a year was beyond them all. Beyond equals too difficult for. Então, você pode substituir beyond nesse sentido do too difficult for. Learning Chinese in a year was too difficult for them all. Então, beyond não é uma coisa espacial. Não é uma coisa concreta. É uma coisa abstrata aqui nesse sentido. Some common prepositions such as at, in, and, on can have abstract meanings. I think you both will need to discuss the problem in private. All three singers were dressed in black. You now have the next day at leisure and can do whatever you wish. Que legal. Our dog stays on guard all night, even when he's sleeping. Plantão. Prepositions and adjectives. We commonly use prepositions after adjectives. Here are the most common adjective plus preposition patterns. Adjective, preposition. And then you have the phrase. Adjectives, aware, full, preposition of. They weren't aware of the time. Ooh, this is very helpful. Isso vai ajudar muito. Oh, different, separate from. Is French different from Spanish? Si, oui. Yes, I think so. It's very different. Do, similar. Adjective, preposition to. The picture is similar to the one in our living room. Familiar, wrong, with. What's wrong with Isabel? I hope Isabel's okay. Good and surprised. At is the preposition. We were really surprised at the price of food in restaurants on our holiday. Holiday here is British, definitely, because it's like vacation in American English. Interested in. Lots of people are interested in Grand Prix racing, but I am not. Oh, Grand Prix. It's not Grand Prix racing. That's a hard word to pronounce. Responsible and good for. Exercise is good for everyone. Bíblia fala exercise profiteth little, but the spiritual exercise we need is important. Exercise is helpful in different contexts. Worried, excited about. We're really excited about our trip to Argentina. Ooh, Argentina. Also, they have a note here. We can also say surprised by. Surprised by. Prepositions and nouns. Deixa eu ver aqui. Tem só duas partes aqui. Nós estamos terminando. Prepositions and nouns. Many nouns have particular prepositions which normally follow them. There's been a large increase in the price of petrol, of oil. Increase in is the preposition and the noun. Does anyone know the cause of the fire? Oh, aqui em Campo Grande tinha fogo semana passada no atacadão no Duques de Caxias. Eu não sei se eles ainda sabem o causa o que aconteceu para começar o fogo. Deus abençoe eles. Nouns and prepositions and nouns. Aqui você viu, tem uma linha aqui, quando você pode clicar, viu um assunto nouns and prepositions ou nouns, substantivos e preposições ou substantivos. Recomendo para você, para familiarize você mesmo com esses artigos na área gramática no Cambridge Dictionary. Deixa eu ver aqui, okay. Prepositions and verbs. Many verbs go together with prepositions to make prepositional verbs. These always have an object. Olha, always. Uma regrinha aqui, você tem que lembrar. I just couldn't do without my phone. Do without is the prepositional verb. Robert accused her of stealing his idea. Ooh, Robert. Accused of is the prepositional verb. Phrasal prepositional verbs contain a verb, an adverb, particle, and preposition. The preposition here is underlined. We cannot separate the particle and the preposition. Agora, mais uma coisa você tem que estudar, ó. Tem o noun phrase, tem várias coisas sobre os prepositions aqui. Agora tem particle, outra parte da gramática que tem que estudar separadamente desse artigo aqui. The taxi is due any minute. Can you listen out for it? I can't put up with this noise any longer. Então, eles têm prepositional verbs, você pode clicar, phrasal prepositional verbs, or prepositional phrases. Prepositions, position and stranding. Oh, stranding, outra coisa. Traditional grammatical rules say that we should not have a preposition at the end of a clause or sentence. However, we sometimes do separate a preposition from the words which follow it. It's complement. This is called preposition stranding, and it is common in informal styles. Informal and formal. Esse, questão de informal é formal, variar muito, gente, tá? She was someone to whom he could talk. Formal. She was someone who he could talk to. Informal. Mas é possível, formalmente, você vai compartilhar esse frase informal. É bem possível. Which room are they having breakfast in? Informal. In which room are they having breakfast? Formal. É bem formal. Bem formal, misericórdia. If we leave out words that are clear from the context, ellipsis, it's like an eclipse, ellipsis, we can use WH questions with a WH word plus stranded prepositions. Ooh, this is very difficult. Office is moving next year. Really? Where to? Where's the office moving? I'm going to buy some flowers online. Who for? Who are you going to buy flowers for? Who for? My mother. Oh, it's important to love your moms when you have the chance, when you have the opportunity. Amo suas mamães quando tem uma oportunidade. See also word, order, and focus. And this word here, ellipsis. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Ellipsis. Give a look at that. Okay, and then that's it on this lesson. Here are some pesquisas mais frequentes. Other, others, the other, or another. Adverbs and adverb, phrases, position. Advice or advise. In order to. Prepositions and particles. There is, there's, and there are. Prepositions, suffixes, also, as well, or to, at, on, and in. These are the top 10, apparently, most frequently researched questions or issues about English grammar, according to the Cambridge English Dictionary on Grammar. So, eu espero que esse foi uma ajuda para vocês. Deus abençoe. Por qualquer pergunta, qualquer dúvida, pode entrar em contato comigo. God bless you. Deus te abençoe.